P Valley, the salvage episode. Let's talk about it.
Point blank in the period. Point blank in the period. Point blank in the period. Point blank.
Let's go. Cut it out and just quit. That's all and that's it.
Point blank in the period.
You need to stop. I got a tea inside. You need to chill. Calm down and take a pill. Take it from me. And that is the tea.
Point blank in the period. Point blank in the period. Point blank in the period. Point blank in the period.
Welcome to my blog, y'all. I had to jump on as soon as I saw this last episode of P Valley, this salvage episode. It's so much to unpack and so much to go over and so much to cover. It's ridiculous. Stay with me. So the first thing I want to unpack and go over is the Diamond and Big Bone situation. So if you took a look at the episode last night, you was able to see the opening of Diamond and Big Bone getting it up. Now, I guess this was something everybody was anticipating. Big Bone came out of nowhere. They said she was from Texas and things of that nature. So after they got finished doing the do, she went and stormed through the house and ended up seeing Montavious ring. So you already know, you can already anticipate there's going to be some confusion there, some commotion there. So I already thought that Big Bone, I put two and two together when she said she was from Texas and Montavious said he was from Texas. And also in the first season, Montavious said he was a part of a group called Delta Devoted. And he said some people would come looking for him if he wasn't, nowhere around. Now, let's address this whole Coach and Farrah and Mercedes situation. Now, see, I knew the last episode when she had Farrah by herself, Mercedes did, I knew it was going to be some shit. Coach is one of those people where he wanted all by himself. He wanted the way he wanted, things of that nature. So when he was left out, and he found out he was left out, and she was beat the box, baby, took me up out of here. But I already knew what was going to happen. And then poor Mercedes, he didn't even pay her. She did all of this for nothing. He took back the money, canceled the sponsorship. So she's basically back in the same situation she was in before she got involved with Coach. That's crazy, man. Over some pussy, bro. Pussy. Keyshawn. Now, see, I have to give it to you. You knew what you had to do. You already was set. You was ready to go. You got them kids. You got up out of there. You got in that car. Car went, Girl, I mean, the effort was there, but where's the Uber, Lyft, or something? Baby, I know they had some other kind of means of transportation to get up out of there. So, what happened? What happened to all that money that you had last episode that you had got with Rome? Nobody's addressing that situation too. It hasn't been brought up in this episode. What happened to all that money, child? You had all that money. And I know Roman he gone, child, so who got the money? And also, like I said, I applaud your effort trying to get away with your kids. Girl, you got up out of there. You tried to. But baby, that car said, not today. But like I said, where's the Lyft, the Uber? Baby, it was other means of transportation to try to get up out of there. I mean, I don't understand. Where was it? What? And you still in the same predicament too. What's really going on? I feel so sorry for you. Let's talk about grandmother now. Grandmother Ernestine. So, I don't know if y'all remember when they had to go back, the episode they had to go back into the pink and install those ventilation systems to keep up with code for COVID. And now, with that particular episode, if y'all didn't, I don't know if y'all paid attention to it, but if you seen when grandmother was sitting at the bar and Tori came over there beside her, they made it seem like it was a moment right then. I knew right then everybody was talking about Tori having allergies, and I knew that everybody was expecting her to have COVID. But I knew right then and there when she sat beside grandmother and they made it seem like it was a moment that was going to happen. It was already forecasted that I thought she was going to catch COVID. And baby, she started coughing, started heaving. So let's get on this Haley and Andre situation. Now, Haley, I'm gonna tell you about Haley. This is my personal opinion about Haley. First season, she was sickening. I understand her story, her backstory, how she came to the pink, what she was trying to do, what she was getting away from. I understood everything. Now she bossed up and she making boss moves. I didn't see her trying to get rid of the pink or try to make money off the pink until this season. I didn't see her true colors until this season. Andre, he been through a whole lot too. I just think that he made crazy decisions based off sex, based off his mojo, and Haley know the power that she has over Andre. Like, she used her cool cat to get what she want from Andre. So, and she already know. I mean, you already know this. So, like I stated, with that, they finally, sealed the deal. Finally did the do, and now I feel like it's gonna be a power shift between them two, because he's trying to run for mayor, she trying to sell the pink, and now where do you go from here? Like, it's gonna be a power shift between them two. It's like it's gonna be time that somebody gonna one up on each other, and for them to be combined, for them to have attraction to each other, it's gonna be a great dynamic to see in the upcoming episodes that's coming up on P-Valley. So I'm just waiting to see how this gonna blow over with them two, because when you mix business with pleasure, it don't tend to end well. So let's talk about Terica Fast Ass. Now, she seen what her mama went through. She seen what Mercedes went through, giving her up at a young age, getting pregnant, going through everything she's going through right now. Her hot ass went out there and got pregnant. Who the baby daddy? Where he at? When you had time to go out there and get pregnant, and then you already have issues with the mama that you with Shell. Last but not least, let's talk about Big Teak and Lil Murda. When I say, y'all, this was something I was not expecting. And let's talk about it, because let's talk about Big Teak. Now, as you've seen in the previous episodes, where as he got introduced, he had an anger problem. He was mad at the world. He was mad. He had a short fuse. We never got this backstory until this episode of why or where his anger came from. Now, his backstory, if you paid attention to it when he was describing what had went on, it was gut wrenching, And as he was describing it, it made everything hit home. Like, okay, I see how you are. I see you now. You know what I'm saying? Now, take into consideration, all this has been explained in the same episode. So you got his backstory in this episode. Then turn around and seen a nice side to him when he explained his situation, his relationship with Lil Murda in prison or in jail when they was locked up. How he felt about him and things of that nature, about his first date in the closet. Lil Murda giving him some kind of pasta, showing up as a date in prison, and then him to finally go on a first date with Lil Murda. Lil Murda giving him a card. Like, you seen a nice side to him. He started to come out his shell. He started to bloom. Now, and I'm talking about the same episode. Then he got done up. He started to look good. Got his hair cut. Started dressing nice. Things of that nature. So you got, like I said, you seen a whole nother side to him in the same episode. You know what I'm saying? And for us to sit here and see like this whole full circle in this first episode, this last episode, and then to come to find out he was dealing with this, I feel like looking at this episode back and I had to go watch it 3 times, y'all. I feel like Big T was planning the whole suicide thing throughout the whole episode. I feel like he already knew that he was going to do this. I guess the rehashing of his past, going back into that house, things of that nature, it made me forecast this was going to happen. And guys, P-Valley will take you up and through that. It took me up and through that last night with this particular segment of the show. And then for Lil Murda to sit here and try to be his rock, he finally told T of how he felt about Uncle Clifford. And it kind of hit home with T, like, I ain't got nobody, and I forgive you, everything moved on, I don't have nothing out here. So I feel like I said, T was planning this whole situation, planning everything that he did throughout the whole episode. And like I said, and also with Lil Murda, he was trying to be his rock, trying to saying he's supportive. I got you. You good. We're gonna be okay. This and that. But it's kind of hard. You have to understand where Big T was coming from, what he been through as well. So it was hard to try to unpack that and try to deal with that. Y'all, I cried like a baby, a newborn. Y'all, I was sitting here yelling at the TV screen like he could hear me. Like, don't do it, T. Don't do. Baby, it took me up and through there. It was a lot, but it was a lot, baby. It was a lot. It was so touching, and it was so emotionally packed. I lost it. This episode, I lost it. Out of all the episodes that I've seen so far on season 2, this episode took the cake with me when it comes to emotional value. Baby.